here at Fitness First. As you guys know, I'm on like a fitness tour while I'm out here in Bangkok, Swatikal. And I want to talk about selfishness, which is you gotta be selfish. Alright? That means you gotta do what means a lot to you. You can't live for somebody else. And not only can you not live for somebody else, but you need to make sure that the people around you are living for themselves and not necessarily living for you. I had a situation where somebody I love hit my line and she was like, yo, I gotta talk to you. And you know when a girl says, I gotta talk to you, you already know what kind of time she on, right? And so she tried to beat around the bush, but I was like, yo, let's just get to it. And she was like, out of respect, I just want to tell you that I think there's somebody who I'm interested in, yada yada. And so maybe my younger self would have been like, oh hell no, and try to pull her back in because you want to keep your oops. But my newer self is thinking, I want the people around me to prosper. And if I'm not the person that's going to see them be the best that they can be, then perfect. Figure out what you need and then do that, because at the end of the day, all you got is you. And I'm doing the same thing for myself. That means if somebody says, yo, let's go out because we want to see you, but I know I need to be at the gym because my main goal right now is, not really just right now, but in long-term life, is to make sure that I grow old gracefully. And if that means I need to be doing yoga or exercising, then that's what I'm going to do. I expect for them to understand that. And if they don't understand that, then that's their problem. But I'm not going to sacrifice my well-being in order to make somebody else feel better. And you shouldn't expect that for other people, especially if you care about them. So these next few days, these next few weeks, next few years, next few decades, and hopefully you don't live past the next few centuries, but just in your life, make sure you're selfish. Humble is cool, but don't believe the hype. Humble is only telling you that you're not who you really are, and trust me, you have the potential to be who you really are inside, but people don't want you to be that, because if you are, living and vibrating at a 10 and they living and vibrating at a 6, then you make them feel uncomfortable. And all that people do is when they get uncomfortable around somebody, they get rid of them. That's why people get fired. That's why, like my mom always used to say, my mom used to run a bunch of businesses, and she would always say, they hire you for what you can do, but they fire you for who you are. So somebody might bring you into their life because they're like, oh, you're so much fun. I love your energy when you're around. But then when you start taking away their shine, then they go, yeah, I don't want so-and-so to come out with us because they start making up excuses for why they don't want you to be there, because they don't want to address the elephant in the room, which is that you dim the light of somebody else. It's kind of like when you stare at the sun and then you look at a light bulb, and that light bulb is nowhere, you can barely even see the light bulb because that sun is just so damn bright. If you are walking around being the sun, all the light bulbs in the room are just going to get really uncomfortable with your presence. But that's alright. Don't stop shining. Don't stop being that sun. Continue to be that sun, because at the end of the day, the world needs the sun. The people around you needs the sun, and you are letting your people down if you're not being who you truly are, which is that bright ass light. Alright? So guys, that's just a little short little like Kichamanis podcast that I'm throwing out while I go through my reps, because I'm like, yo, time is money. Money is time. And we only got so much of it, 24 hours in a day, and that's not enough to get everything that I need done. So I'm gonna have to put things wherever it can go. So beyond that, guys, much love to y'all. Laki Kichamanis. Boom goes.